From the Bramble Jam Podcast Network studios in Greenville, South Carolina, it's the Diss List with Brandon Dan.
It's the Diss List with Brandon Dan. It's the Diss List with Brandon Dan. What is it? It's the Diss List.
With who?
With Brandon Dan. It's the Diss List with Brandon Dan. Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Ooh, boy. Casey's hot today.
Casey's hot.
Ooh, and I mean that like they're on fire. Not
mean,
attractive. We didn't say that.
I mean it both ends.
You mean it both ends? You're commenting on the attractitive of our band leader, Casey?
If that gets me canceled,
Casey's
so be
shaking their head right now.
Casey likes it. It's great to be here today on the Diss List, a very important show with a very important purpose, which is to diss some list. What do we mean by that? We're still not really sure.
It rhymes.
Yeah,
it rhymes,
diss
everyone.
List, kind of. Diss list.
Diss list.
Yes. What we're going to do is
criminal.
we bring on, I guess, can you look if we have any reviews?
I would love to look and see if we have any reviews.
Who can say? Leave a review on Apple Podcasts if you haven't already. What we're going to do is we're going to bring on a guest. That guest is going to bring a top 10 list of their choosing of something that they're passionate about. It could be anything from best Christopher Nolan movies to best nap scenarios. Anything in between.
Yeah.
Anything in between. And
It's
I think today,
their list.
I do think we have a little bit of an in-between today, which
We
I'm
do.
excited
Are you okay?
about.
Your stomach okay? You're going to
Yeah,
be all right? I think we're a little bit.
Yeah.
Before we get to this, we do have reviews, and
We're
they're
at 4.8.
overwhelmingly positive. There is one star that didn't leave a review, and I would love to know what you were
Coward.
expecting.
Coward.
What was the thing in the
Coward.
1-star review? What was it? I mean, I'm fine with
I
any
feel like
critique.
we are.
Hear
You
what
know-
I'm saying, not what I'm not saying. But what'd you want from a show called The Diss List with a band with Casey and the Moneymakers that Brand objectifies?
This is what I'll say. Our biggest mistake with Deck the Homework was early on. We tried to be a little.
We
bit,
tried to be
We
serious.
tried to be a little bit serious, and then we went off the rails from there.
This show starts off the rails.
And
That's right.
so if you don't like that, that's on you.
Yeah, just to read a few, a librarian of Hallmark 5 stars says hysterical, whatever the topic. This podcast always makes me laugh out loud. Fantastic. From Sight Unseen 418, top 10 reasons diss, and then it runs out of room. I've got, if there's 10, top 10 reasons
All right,
diss
let's
list
do
is
this
for
one.
you. 10, the overwhelming disbelief of people's terrible choices. Yeah. Ayo, I see what you did there. Yeah, if you want really terrible choices, you can go to the sports movies or the Disney songs list. Oh my gosh. 9, yelling yes at your phone when people make great choices. 8, learning people's stories through their choices. I don't know why that needs a rim shot. 7, wonderful guests. 6, random lists. 5, Brand being confused. Perfect. 4, Dan losing his mind. Hate that's on here. 3, arguments. 2, laughter. Yay. 1, realizing that listening to people debate their top 10, whether it be best or favorite, can bring you both joy, frustration, and spur on such fun discussions with your friends. I know it sounds random, but this podcast is delightful, and when shared with your friends, leads to such fun debates and conversations. Do yourself a favor and listen right away. What a star review. An absolute star review there.
That was really good.
Leave us a rating review. It would help us. We'll read it.
We will read it. And that star review, I think, Dan, segues us very nicely into our star guest today.
That's right.
Dan, we're both very excited about this.
Yes.
This is a really fun one. When we saw the subject, we were like, what does that mean? And then we saw who's bringing it, and it all made sense. Dan, who do we have joining us today?
Today, we have
Yes.
a legend.
Yeah.
An absolute legend.
Okay.
Has he written things for the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
Have I played golf with this gentleman?
Oh, interesting.
You bet I have. Does he have a partner that is in Hallmark movies
Who's already been on this here program?
named Britt Bristow?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. I fondly and respectfully know him as Britt Bristow's husband. It's Dustin. That's who it is.
Oh, man. Is there a rim shot for that?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Dustin, how are you today?
I am very well. Better now, I can tell you that, especially with that introduction. It's like my mother wrote that.
Yeah, that was really good.
He's our special boy.
He's our special boy.
Now, Dustin, you were at Bramble Fest with Britt as she did her diss list on chips, watching from the crowd with a smile on your face, having a wonderful time. And it was at that point in time when you realized what your whole life was leading up to, which was hopefully getting invited to be on the diss list yourself.
And that invite came.
Where were you? How did you find out? And what was your feeling when you found out?
I mean, this is, if nothing else, proof that wish boards really work.
Mm-hmm.
Because after I saw the diss list, sitting exactly as you described, smiling in the audience live at Bramblefest for the first time ever, I knew that my whole life had been culminating to this moment.
Right.
I knew I'd get the call. I just didn't know when. And
Sure.
when I did, was, of course, as Dan has already alluded to, was on the golf course.
Wow.
That's right. You're on the golf course. Yeah.
Yeah. So you saw his face.
He's a
when you
big time
found out.
golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I wasn't with him on the golf course.
Oh.
But he was on the golf course
Oh,
when
I
he
see.
got the call.
Yeah, oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we have somebody that calls out Merv. Merv calls all of the people
Yeah.
to do a formal thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole thing.
One day maybe we can get Merv on the show. Because
Merv's
he's
actually
actually
the
really
guy that says it's the diss list.
Yeah,
That's
he's a
him.
really
That's
cool
him.
guy.
And
He's
he
a really cool
calls
guy.
you up and
Yeah.
he prank calls
Are
you
you guys
first.
familiar with the Instagram cat personality called Merv?
No.
No.
Oh, well, we can't go off on that off ramp yet because there's certainly not enough time. But I think you got that Merv and this Merv together.
Yeah,
Comedy.
it'd be a good time.
It's
And
gonna be a
I
really
think
good
we
time.
proved nothing else. If we've proved on the diss list, we are always up against it in timely.
That's exactly right. We're timely.
Yeah.
Let's get to your list today. You could
Tell me what you're passionate about, Dustin.
I sent Dustin a list of like 100 things, and he said, "How about none of those?
How about none of those?
How about one of these?" And one of these is the topic that you're going to be talking about today. I would love for you to set it up and why you decided to bring it.
I have so much buyer's remorse in regards to this topic.
Don't do
And
that.
is
Don't
not
do that.
because- well, it's largely because your list is fantastic, but the more I went through it, the more I could pick holes in my own list, and that gave me a lot of imposter syndrome. So, I am a huge fan of Vine videos or like viral videos
Sure.
or whatever. My wife and I, the inimitable Britt Bristow, as you already mentioned, the real star of the show, frankly, and how I get to my first item on the list is by being associated with her. We just quote these things back and forth. So if it's not, look at all these chickens, or
Look at all these chickens.
I almost dropped my croissant.
Yeah.
But I wanted to find something that is really near and dear to me. And for that reason, I settled on what is colloquially known as master punchlines.
Okay.
These are, if you're not familiar, a punchline that you can use in almost any scenario. Not every scenario, of course, but they really find a home in the neighborhood. If there's a neighborhood of jokes, a community, a suburb, the adjacent neighbors are like dad jokes and puns.
Yeah.
They tend to be pretty cheesy, but when used in the right moment, you get it. You look at that person and you say, waited, you pre-baked that, and you pulled it out of the oven at the perfect time.
Yeah.
And
the wind up, the pitch, everything was perfect. Yeah.
just absolutely. And if brevity is the purest form of wit, when you use one of these and someone gets it, you're interlocked for the rest of that interaction, possibly for the rest of your life. And so despite the fact that I have a little bit of anxiety behind whether this is really going to be debatable or not, I think if we hit on even one or two and you guys take this out into the wild as your own,
Sure.
we're all better for it.
And I a couple things on that. One is you said master punchlines, and what I thought was this was going to be mean. And then I remember Dustin was Canadian, and that wasn't going to happen.
Can't be
This
mean.
but then explaining it like adjacent to dad jokes and puns.
Like a little
this
zinger.
is more of a, when you say could use any time, it's more of a collective all play. So you can, this isn't, you don't have to know someone really well or, have a certain banter with them. It's kind of an all play. And the reason I think that is because while we don't have your list, you sent us some scripts.
Yeah. To help like really nail it home.
I did, yeah.
Go ahead with that. What's that about?
And this perhaps is what I'm most nervous about, although I suppose if I'm on any podcast that's capable of delivering the level of improv required for these master punchlines, I'm here. I've landed. This is it. You don't start with a master punchline. You respond with the master punchline. You're not the feeder, you're the recipient. And Sorry, my phone just rang.
No, it's all right. You can get your assistant to get that. It's no big deal. Yeah,
no big deal.
we're good.
You guys don't want to do?
Yeah.
Brittany! No, I've told you I'm a trophy husband, but that's taking it way too far. Where was I? The master punchline. Is that what I was talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. You're the you're the responder.
You're the responder. That's exactly right. So
Dustin's a first responder.
It's a first responder.
And I think that has a lot to do with why these are so near and dear to me, because near and dear is perhaps an exaggeration. I just think they're really
You love
fun.
these. You love these.
The more of these that you have holstered, the better prepared you are for any scenario. So
Sure.
not dissimilar to being a +1 guest to Bramblefest. You're going to meet a lot of people that you have never met before, and perhaps that are on the inside of jokes that you're not on the inside of yet. And of course, you guys have a ton of those, which is also why I think master punchlines are so apropos, because if you bang one of these out in the right scenario, that person automatically gets where you're coming from. They get the humor lever, they get the wit, they get the cleverness if you're lucky.
Mhm.
And I mean, I don't know. Go ahead.
I have a question, which is how confident are you these aren't regional? So like how confident are you that this isn't just
question.
like a Toronto or Canadian thing, but it works
Are any of
in
these ketchup chips?
down where I'm from, like in South Carolina? How confident are you that this is a true all play?
Man, I hope there's some regional dialect to some of these, and one of these, the rim shot comes up, and you guys are like, "What?" Doesn't make any sense. I am fairly confident, however, that none of these are so regional that they won't make sense.
Sure.
In fact, they might be just outside the norm enough that they're actually really quite appealing.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Like I said one the other day. This isn't a very good one at all.
Okay.
It's actually, there's a bit of a debate on what is a master punchline, and I think we'll probably get into that, and it will probably advise how you guys rank these things in your ultimate sort of ranking. A master punchline could also be so specific that it's not really a master punchline anymore. It's just a very specific response to one comment, and somebody said, well, and I said,
Exactly.
and I said, that's a hole in the ground. And he said, pretty deep subject. And I didn't know that there was a response to well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Totally took it off. So in a lot of ways, these are the type of things that you hear very similar. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if someone asks you to tell a joke right now, do you have a joke like that one joke that you've got on the top of your head?
No.
I don't either. And I've heard thousands of jokes. I'm sure you guys have heard more. How is it that we don't have a joke just ready to go? So maintaining the armory sort of of these master punchlines is what's so important to pull them out at the right time.
I can't wait, Dustin, if you ever are a father. I can't wait. I can't wait, because what you're describing is just a higher class graduate level study of dad joke is what you're doing right now. And I'm here 100% here for it.
Like, I totally agree.
And I literally still to this day think it's the dumbest thing ever, but my kids will say, "Dad, did you get a haircut?" And I'll say, "No, I got them all cut." It is not even, I don't even blink. I don't even blink. And I say, "No, I got them all cut." That's terrible. I should be embarrassed of that, and I don't even blink. I crush it.
I couldn't disagree more. I'm on that on this one. The more you feed the beast, the more you're going to get bit. That's how this goes.
Yeah,
When your kid says, "Dad, I'm hungry," you say, "Hi, hungry, I'm Dad."
Yeah, I'm Dad. Nice to meet you. Every time.
Still great. And
still crushes.
They keep teeing it up for you. Like,
That's right.
That's on them.
You keep wailing on it,
fault.
knocking it right out of the park. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Got
And I
them all
think
cut.
people who rally or rage against dad jokes need to realize that the dad jokes stop when you stop teeing them up.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You'll miss it when they're gone.
Mm-hmm. Just
Think
like
of a
that.
world without dad jokes for a second. That's a sad place to be, you know?
Yeah,
I
let's all
can hear
take.
a Sarah McLachlan song in the background.
And they
Oh,
All right, let's get to it. I will just say this for everybody that's watching on YouTube. We sent the list to the graphics department. The graphics department said this is just words.
Kid.
We're not doing it. So no graphics for this because they're words. These are just words.
These are just words.
So I'm excited to see where we go. How do we want to do this? Do you want to say it first or do we do the script?
I think he's gonna. The way he explained it to me was, you're taking evens, I'm taking odds.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Bran giving a line that Dustin has sent us. Dustin's a screenwriter. He sent us a line. You're going to read it, and then he's going to hit the line.
Okay.
That's how I understand
You like
this.
that?
Yes?
So far, this is moving like clockwork.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm hoping for. I will also say, and maybe once we get a little bit more comfortable and you guys get the rhythms of things, although I'm sure you've already got it, you can improvise if you want. If you want to try and
wrinkle that page a little bit, Bran.
Okay.
All right, we're ready for number 10. Bran, take it away.
Brittany, thank you so much for being here. Dustin, I'm so glad that you could attend too.
It's an honor just being nominated. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's
an
an
honor to
honor
be nominated. Yeah.
just to be nominated. And I think it's an honor to just be nominated. It's an honor to just be nominated. Or
It's an honor just to be nominated. I think that's it.
Yeah.
This is really specific to my life because I am so often the plus one of Brittany to things like Bramblefest or these conventions, and it's amazing. People have not asked me to be there. I am there by default. I am there by request. So therefore, by insinuating that I've made it into the pantheon of nominated or awarded in any way is absurd. But I think it sets the listener at ease, saying like, "Oh, this guy, he's going to be all right."
This is disarming. It's a disarming comment.
It is.
For anyone, like, let's say, and this wasn't me, but let's say Britt Bristow is coming to Bramblefest, and I was like, and we got to buy a plane ticket for her husband. Can you believe that? And then we get there, and I'm like, all right, let me meet this knucklehead. And then you say that, I'm immediately disarmed. But
I'm
instead,
charmed even. I'm charmed even.
I can tell you what did happen at Bramblefest. Dustin let Brittany have the spotlight, and she crushed it. And then at karaoke, Dustin kind of took the spotlight back.
He said enough is enough.
He just went out and crushed it is all he did.
Yeah.
So
it was Brittany's idea to sing Teenage Dirtbag 2, which is a song that we both really like.
Wheatus, baby.
Unironically, just never stopped loving it.
Yeah.
From 2006 when it came out to 2025 as it is now. However, in the privacy of your own home to sing Teenage Dirtbag, very different exercise than singing out in public. And I was like, babe, are you sure? Like, you don't have Teenage Dirtbag. There's no.
No, you got to go
full dirtbag.
Full dirtbag, yeah.
All dirtbag. And I was like, babe, are you ready for this? And for that, it was just an honor to be nominated.
Yeah, I see what you did there. Really nicely done.
I really like this one, first of all.
It's a good 10, I think. It's a good 10.
I was thinking that I'm surprised that it's only at 10. This feels like maybe a little bit higher. We'll see where we go from here, but I really like this one. It is one that I've used in my own personal life. And I think this is a really solid one.
I don't know if I've ever used this one. And I think the reason I think it's a solid 10 is because it is very particular to like Dustin right now. If he goes somewhere with his actor wife, that plays into that. And so this one is going to be something that he's got ready in the chamber.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know if this is something I've ever said in the moment you're supposed to say it. But I don't mind it. I like it.
Yeah, I think you guys have encapsulated exactly why it's number 10. It's very inside baseball to my life. And I would also say to your lives, probably. You probably get a lot of use out of this if you want. And it doesn't make as much sense, I should say, outside of sort of like an esteemed invite. So if you're not at something like, it works for a wedding, you're the plus one of the wedding.
Yeah.
It's an honor just to be nominated. It also implies that maybe the person who's brought you could have brought a variety of other people and they chose you to come.
Yeah.
I kind of want to try this one out next time there's a parent-teacher conference. Like you walk into the room with the teacher and the teacher's like, thanks so much for coming. And I say, it's just nice to be nominated. And just kind of see how they respond.
There. Yeah.
And just kind of see how they respond to that.
Do you mean as the dad, like the mom's doing all the work and you're
No. It's just like, I'm just happy that I'm just nominated.
Wow.
I'm the parent.
The teacher would remember it and literally talk to every other teacher about it. They'd be like, you're not going to believe what this weirdo said. Like he's there for a meeting that I called. Yes. Why did he say that?
It's like when you walk in an elevator and you say like, "I've gathered you all here today."
Yeah. Oh, that's good. See, that's good. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably should have included that one, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's definitively not mine. It's an honor just to be nominated. It's, of course, been used by many people, Brain included, but I do get a lot of mileage out of it. I think it's rather addictive. Once you start saying it's an honor just to be nominated, you'll find yourself using it in situations where
there's something so perfect for you in that line, though, like, because you're a charming fella. And I think the disarming nature of, I know that at this event for Britt Bristow, I'm not the reason you came to this event. I think it just plays. I think it does. I think it's a good one. Good answer. Good answer. I like it.
Let's get to number 9. Dan,
I
believe it's you.
I've got it. I've got my script. I've prepped. I'm method. I'm ready to go.
right.
Hey, Dustin, could you help me take out the garbage?
Yeah, no, sure. But just as friends. But just as friends.
Just as friends. Just as
Whenever
friends.
anybody invites you to do something, which is certainly not romantic, has none of that subtext, is fairly de rigueur, has nothing to do with the fact that you guys are not in a relationship, or just as friends. But yeah, sure, but just as friends.
I love it. Have you ever heard this?
Yes, I've
You
heard
have.
this one. Yeah.
I've never heard this, but
Really?
I would say if like one of my boys would be like, "Hey, do you want to go see a movie?" I would be like, "Yeah, but just so you know, I'm seeing other people." Like that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. But that was like from like my early 20s. And so this version of it, I like it. I like just as friends. I think it's a lot cleaner than what I would say. So I like this a lot.
I think if I had known, but I'm seeing other people, that would have stumped this one for me. There's so many ways to say the same thing, too many ways to skin this cat. But just as friends is the best way to kind of convey the message that you're going for. I think this is one of those master punchlines that if you keep it in your back pocket, there will be a situation that I couldn't think of right now in my example that you will be so glad you helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good one. You could also, you could potentially get yourself in trouble if you say to the wrong person. Like if your boss asks for a meeting and you go, "Yeah, okay, I'll be there," but just as friends.
No, I guess
Like,
not as all play as an honor to be nominated.
You
Yes.
have to be careful because
Yeah.
somebody could take
Yeah.
that and just be like, "Why did you feel like?" If they're not in the know, they'd be like, "Why did you feel the need to say that?"
Let's
we gotta
say-
get HR involved here.
Yeah.
That is such a good point, but I will also say, I think with master punchlines, with great risk comes great reward.
Oh, wow.
And so the riskier the scenario, the greater the reward might be in the end. Like that is another really great example, is if your boss invites you into the office or whatever, and you say, "Sure, but."
You
just
meet
so
the
know.
president, and the president asks you to take a picture and stand next to his wife. And
Oh.
then you say,
This
"Just
is
as
so
friends."
That's so good.
And then you're getting escorted out of the White House,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Hey, no risk, no reward."
My buddy Dustin
YOLO.
my buddy Dustin told me.
Yeah.
But then you go on a podcast with your buds. and
That's
you talk
right.
about the
Gotta-
master punchline that went
It
backwards. and
lives in eternity. That's right.
I
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, famous and infamous are just 2 letters apart. I use that one all the time.
That's
I
right.
love it. That's a
Use
good
that.
one. We're
That is
starting
a
off
good one.
strong here.
Yes.
I am so glad to hear, but also quite nervous because there's 8 more to go here, and you're gonna miss on one of them. With
I'll
great
say,
risk
I'll,
and
I'll
great reward.
that's exactly right. I'll say this. I think you're 2 for 2.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
2 for 2. No doubt about it.
I mean, realistically, when it comes to humor with me, I'm a parrot. I've heard it. I contextualize it in my own way, if at all possible. I'm very rarely coming up with these things on my own. So you guys have already bested my scenarios, kind of my feeder lines. So if you got a better feeder line, you just
Okay.
pop it in.
Okay.
I think in many ways, the feeder line is as important as the punchline.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're crushing. I think we're 2 for 2 as well. Yeah. We're ready for number 8?
I think we're ready for number 8. I'll give this one a go.
Take it away, Bram.
Dustin, I see you've barely touched your cake. Was there something wrong with it?
Yeah, it gets in my mouth.
It gets in my mouth is the
It-
master punchline.
It gets in my mouth. Whenever you don't like something and someone
This
says,
is certainly not an all play, Dustin. I don't care what anybody says. You can't just say it gets in my mouth to whomever you want to.
okay, so hear me out. Here's why I think you can. Here's why I think you can. You need a little bit more background. You need a little bit more of the stage to be set. And so once somebody's heard you say it gets in my mouth, so something trivial like, "Oh, what don't you like about asparagus?" You say, "It gets in my mouth."
Yeah.
You now have license to use that in more obtuse scenarios.
Okay.
So now that they know it gets in my mouth,
Yeah.
what its purpose is, you'd be like, "Hey, you want to go watch the baseball game?" It gets in my mouth. And they're like, "No, dude, you can't use it."
I think this one is Canada, right? I've never ever heard anyone say they don't like food because it gets in their mouth. I've never heard them say it. Have you?
I would say I'm not familiar with this particular master punchline. That doesn't mean that it's not good. It just means I haven't heard it before because it gets in my mouth. That's the whole thing.
My wife is celiac, which makes me celiac.
Of course. Yeah.
Right. And so when we go to dinner, and remarkably, for all her skills, of which there are many, she has not come anywhere close to mastering the spiel to the server that is, "Hey, I can't have gluten."
It's so crazy. My wife can't have dairy, and I end up doing the ordering and explaining because she just can't. She can't do it. I don't get it.
Exactly. So I often, in the middle of us ordering or talking to the server, and I think we're pretty genial people, so usually it's a bit of a conversation, and I'll say, "Brittany, do you have anything to say to the server?" Like, "Oh, right, yeah, sorry, I'm celiac. I can't have any gluten. I'm gluten free." So oftentimes after that spiel goes down, they'll ask, "Sir, do you have any allergies that I need to?" And I actually missed an important part of this. Oftentimes when you tell people you're celiac, they ask in the most professional way if you made this allergy up because it's trendy.
Right. Yes.
You are actually gluten intolerant celiac. So they'll say, like, "Is this a preference or a dietary restriction or something like that?" And my wife will say, "Well, it's a dietary restriction." So I will say, then they'll say, "Sir, do you have any allergies?" And I'll say, whatever. It gets in my mouth. Like cauliflower, it gets in my mouth.
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
That's good. Not that we haven't sidebarred this whole episode, but just a quick sidebar. You go out to like a steakhouse with Brittany, and they bring I don't know if they do this in Canada. They bring the bread. The bread is a big part of a steakhouse here in America. Like Britt can't have the bread. The bread's on the table. You're not eating the bread either?
You've actually, I think you guys know me too well. Like, I'm really only 2 layers thick. So when the bread comes at a restaurant, which we don't even have bread at my house. Because I don't know if you've tried gluten-free bread. It's not bread.
Hell
it's
garbage. No. Yes, exactly.
And every now and then Brittany will come to me and she'll be like, "Have you tried the new gluten-free bread that I just pulled out of the freezer? It tastes just like bread." And I'll say, "Babe, now's a great time to remind you, you haven't had bread in 12 years.
That's right. Yeah.
Exemplify it more. So when we do go to a restaurant and there is good bread, I will eat the bread.
Yeah. I mean, your wife can't have gluten.
I gotta eat the bread.
You have to eat the bread.
Yeah.
That's just basic.
And they're like, and it is the most like, if people are watching from afar, they think that I'm the most inconsiderate person ever. Cause I just pull the whole bread basket over and I'm just buttering that bread.
Going whole hog on that bread. That's right.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm exactly the same. I don't care what anybody thinks. I make a joke to the server. Like whenever she's like, "Without the gluten," I'll say, "I'll have my steak and bread the normal way. Give me her gluten."
Extra gluten. Sprinkle it on there.
Add the gluten. Listen, she can have her wine, which I don't want any part of, and I will have her bread, and we'll all be happy. Yeah, we're happier.
Everybody wins.
Yeah,
I've never heard.
I have another like master punchline that I didn't include because it's more dad joke. Where when the server brings the wine to the table, they'll say like, "You're Nero d'Avola from Sicily, sir," and I'll say, "Oh, is this the grape one? Is this the one with the grape?"
That's a good one.
Man, this guy's just ahead of the game. He's ahead of the curve here. Okay. It's the grape one. All right.
Is this the grape one?
It gets in my mouth. There's no world where that's an all play. I think that one's straight from the.
I'll just say this: I will not be using it at any parent-teacher conference.
And that also, I mean, that is straight from the Maple Leaf country. That's just a different animal. But I'm ready for number 7.
So we have "It's an Honor to Be Nominated." We have "Sure, but Just as Friends." We have "It Gets in My Mouth," and at number 7. We have this.
Dustin, I got a few errands to run, and I get back, I'll take the trash out, and then I'm going to take the dog for a walk.
Dan, are you sure about that, given your history?
Yeah.
This is dad joke adjacent right here. This is good stuff. Yeah.
I totally agree. And it's not a dad joke because it doesn't, it's not a play on words on what you said. You can say
Correct.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I would just say, given your history, you could even just cut it to that. Just a quizzical look. Given your history.
Yeah, it's like an equivalent is with your condition.
Yeah,
like something
or
like that.
Really, like or like too soon, man. Like
Yeah.
I do too soon on random stuff all the like stuff that doesn't matter at all. Where Brand's just like, I got to go to the post office. I'm like, too soon, man. What do we do?
Too soon is great. I don't know if I sent you guys this or not, and I hope I did because it helps. But I have master punchlines that need to stop.
Okay.
Too soon is not on there. Too soon is great, but I think if I heard too soon too many times, I would also say too soon. Too soon's got to go, man.
Too soon's got to go.
Yeah. Fair.
Given your history, and I really feel like this, the strength of this punchline is the more mundane, the scenario, the better. Like the more specific it is, it's kind of like, oh well, yeah, maybe he did get arrested at Home Depot. But if he's just watering the lawn, what happened when that person watered the lawn?
I would say perfect scenario for this punchline, which I do believe to be an all play, is in a group of friends, mundane thing, and then one person doesn't know everybody else as well and leaves going, what about walking the dog? What happened there? Yeah. That's perfect, right?
So true. And I think this is the rare example of a master punchline that the more people that are in on it, the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Yeah, I like this one. I love this one. This is an easy one, and it is one that I feel like I can't imagine anybody not at least chuckling at it, right? This is everyone would
gotta give up the laugh here.
I will say though, if we're still applying the applicability of parent teacher, probably not.
So I went ahead and did Grizz's progress report. You sure about that, given your history?
Or even worse, I'm gonna go pick up the kids at school. Are you sure about that?
Yeah. So maybe not an all play.
Maybe not at all.
Maybe I think with all of these should have to pass the parent-teacher conference test, which is the ultimate time when maybe it's not an all play.
I do think depending on your comfortability with the teacher, you could sprinkle in this one. I think they would get a chuckle out of it, but not the first parent-teacher conference. Maybe wait for the third one. You know, like Q3 parent-teacher conference. Try. Are you sure about that, given your history, and just see how it plays.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think. Be pretty tough to direct it at the teacher, but if you have an accomplice and be like, hey, are you sure, babe? Given your
and then they are a mandated reporter and they report you immediately. But bigger risk, bigger reward.
That's exactly
Maybe you get a big laugh out of it.
Could get a big laugh.
Maybe you get a big laugh from that teacher who's in on it.
Yeah, with all of these, you got to feel it out. You got to see if you think if it's gonna get you like into legal trouble, probably not. But outside of that, I think just feel it out.
Yeah.
Let's call these spades. These are swings,
Yeah, they are.
You're exposing yourself. Wait a minute. I hear that. That doesn't pass the bar. Given your history is I think fairly safe. Obviously, there's some situations.
I love it. Yeah. That's my favorite one so far. Yeah. I love that one so much.
Let's do one more, then take a break.
I love that plan. It's number 6. Brandon, it's you. We got the script. We don't know the punchline.
Yeah.
Brandon, hit me.
Hey, buddy, thank you so much for coming over. It's so good to see you. But are you cool? Do you like dogs?
Oh, I love dogs. I couldn't eat a whole one. Couldn't eat a whole one.
So go ahead.
This one. This is the first one where I was like, oh, maybe flying a little too close to the sun.
I don't think so.
I love it.
Because obviously, dogs is, that's. You're going to piss some people off for that. There's no question about it. Someone's going to get an image of eating a dog in their mind, and they're not going to like you because you put that image in their mind. But the idea that you've conflated like with like, it also works. And perhaps this is really past the line. The line is so far past me. It's a dot. Is babies. Someone's like,
I can tell you what happened here. Dustin wrote the joke as a baby joke and then was like, let's put dogs in to be safe.
I think I've got to.
Dustin, can I tell you this? This is hilarious, but also reminds me of something my dad, who's still one of the funniest people I know, if not the funniest, slyly funny, 75-year-old Southern dude. And he had a Southern version of this that he would deploy only when it was perfect. And it's, they're good eating. That was the version. And it would literally be like, he would wait and we'd be at the zoo all day. And I'd literally like, Dad, look at this Japanese crab, like this giant crab. And he came over and be like, oh yeah, that's good eating. Like he would just, the way he would say it, like we were all on the same page. Like he would say this joke so perfectly. Like we all are both talking about eating this crab in the zoo. We're both talking about it. There's no other way you could take this. It was so perfect. I do it with my kids regularly now. It's so like, and this is the same exact thing, just not Southern. Is all this
I
is.
do think that you could honestly do it either way. Like you could do the I couldn't eat a whole one, or you could even say, yeah, I could eat a whole one. Like you could do it either way, and I think it would work. Yeah, I could eat a whole one right now.
True. Just conflating the idea of like with eating.
It's perfect.
It's the punchline here. Obviously, this is why I'm broken, because I think your dad's version is hilarious. I think you really kind of contextualize what's so funny about it to me is that it assumes a train of thought that I am not on right now. And being invited onto your train car of thought with like, it's good eating is hilarious to me.
Yeah. It's a great premise of misunderstanding, just context, just a perfect version of that. Like who's on first is funny for a reason. Right. You know what I mean? It's all time funny for a reason. And this will never not be funny to me my entire life, mistaking someone's affection for something you would just put on a spit and barbecue. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny.
I like it because it gets in my mouth. That's the whole thing. I don't know what to tell you.
See? You said you wouldn't use it.
And then you already are using it.
And here we are.
You lying liar who lies.
Let's do this. Let's take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to get to Dustin's top 5 master punchlines here on the Diss List. Okay. All right. With Brandon Dan. Yeah.
Woo, boy. Casey, you're still here, which is great news after all the things Brand said about you.
Whoa, you don't have to wink. I didn't need the wink, Casey.
It was weird. It was weird, Casey. It's a weird thing.
I'm not upset about
Brand,
it.
this is a fun time we're having today.
Yes, it is. It has been a lot of fun. Dustin's here giving us his top 10 master punchlines. We're about to get to 5, but a quick reminder. Number 10, it's an honor just to be nominated. Number 9, sure, but just as friends. Number 8, it gets in my mouth. It gets in my mouth. Yeah. Number 7.
Lee, you have plenty of opportunities to cut that.
Are you sure about that? Given your history?
That's great.
And number 6, yes, but I couldn't eat a whole one. Which gets us to number 5. And Dan, I believe it is your turn to...
It is. Dustin, you've given me 2 different possibilities here. Do you want me to read them both, or do you want me to just read the top one? What do you want me to do?
I think let's explore the second one after we nail the first one.
Got it.
I like that.
Excuse me, sir. Would you like to sign this petition for saving the whales?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm trying to quit. No, thanks. I'm trying to quit.
That's good stuff.
The more inapplicable the thing you're trying to do, so in this case, the better.
Yeah.
Because so there are alternatives for this. So no thanks, I'm trying to quit is kind of a universal one. You can apply that to basically anything. There's also no thanks, I'm vegan.
Yeah.
So
it almost goes hand in hand with your last one. Like someone could say, do you like dogs? And you could say, no, I'm trying to quit. Like you could
good crossover there.
Flip that on its head a little bit. And you got a couple of different master punchlines to play.
This isn't the exact same thing, but all I'm thinking of is Home Alone 2. Something that we quote all the time here in this office is at Home Alone 2, Macaulay Culkin's getting scoops of ice cream for a sundae. And they're like 3 scoops or 4. And he goes, 3, make it 4. I'm not driving. We will routinely be like, you want another slice of pizza? Yeah, you're not driving. Like it will all like anything that isn't alcohol, we will routinely be like, yeah. I'll take another whatever. I'll take another Airhead. I'm not driving. Like it doesn't matter. That is my version of this is, I'm not driving.
Instead of a no thanks, it's a yes.
I have that in the alternates list. So some of the alternates are I'm vegan, sober, trying to quit driving, or in some channels, I'm a Christian.
Oh, I'm a Christian. Yeah, that would work or be really offensive down here.
Yeah.
I know, which is also why I left it to last.
But I love the no thanks, I'm a Christian, and people leaving the conversation going, I don't know if they're really a Christian.
Well, this is so I've loved Master Punchlines for a really long time, and when I heard this is a ridiculous story. We can go into as little or as much detail as you want, but for a brief period of my life, when I was 20 years old, I was a tour guide at the Vatican.
Yeah, you talked to me about this. This is so fascinating.
Yeah,
You were a tour guide at the Vatican?
The Vatican, not like a weird little Vatican in Toronto, like the Vatican,
Like little Vatican,
in Italy.
the pizza parlor up in Jersey.
Welcome to the little Vatican. Hey.
Was my employer. No, they actually weren't. And in fact, the act of me being an illegal tour guide there was, patently illegal. But I would say, no thanks, I'm a Christian, to mundane stuff all the time. Like, sir, do you have your tickets for the museums? No thanks, I'm a Christian.
That's fantastic.
Also, because in that case, it seemed to imply familiarity. So I think it's versatile.
Yeah, I like it.
No thanks, I'm driving. No thanks, I'm trying to quit. No thanks, I'm trying to quit is really like the umbrella of these more subsects.
Or some sex.
The other that's right. The other example we had was, do you want to come to the gym with me tomorrow? And you say, no thanks, I'm a Christian.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
Those things have nothing to do with each other whatsoever.
It's the best.
I love that.
I love it.
I like this one a lot because it is one of those that can really confuse the person and stick with them for a while, which I really like. I think that's great.
I think all of your guys' retorts to them really have illuminated another sort of layer to Master Punchlines. Is if you use one and it sticks with somebody for a long time, like they've got closure, but not really.
Yeah.
Like, no thanks, I'm trying to quit. Like there's this small portion of your brain that's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't ask.
Yeah. They're a Christian. What does that have to do with pain?
It unlocks a whole nother category of questions for the person that they didn't know that they needed to ask.
Which to know that person is questioning, no thanks, I'm trying to quit. Like to know that person is contemplating what you're trying to quit and how they might have offended you in this case, which of course they have.
It would be like the word. One time, we sent Bran into the mall to get us some Cinnabon. And
I don't know how this is going to relate.
He couldn't find the Cinnabon, even though it was right in front of his GD face.
No, it was not in front of my face.
And then he got back in the car and he said, I was running through the mall and I decided at one point, I yelled spin move and I did a spin around someone. Well, for the rest of whomever that was his life, they're going to be like, dude, one time in the mall, this guy who looked like a Muppet come to life was running at me and then he yelled spin move and then spun and he kept moving. This is that was the acting of that. The verbal part of that is what you're doing here, which is they're a Christian. What does that have to do with anything? I love that.
I thought I had a good handle on the Bible, but apparently not. I didn't know that was in
Must
there.
be Old Testament or something?
Yeah, like Levitical law.
Yeah,
or maybe that was in the Catholic version. I don't know.
Could be deep in Numbers somewhere. We're all skipping Numbers,
Jermaine
right?
found that
must
somewhere.
Be 1-1.
Yeah, the Nephilim got involved.
Spin move is great. My spin move is juice. Like give it some juice. Like let's go.
Yeah, let's give it some juice. Yeah.
Brittany and I'll be walking and like you're behind a slow couple and you see like juice. And then inevitably these people just hear someone chanting juice.
I love the idea of you just yelling juice at somebody.
If I may, perhaps for another podcast. How do you?
No, we're on this one.
Yo, go ahead.
That's good. You guys don't do this on anything else?
No, we're straight. It's just right down the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, you should think about it. How do you not know where the whole mall smells like Cinnabon?
It is. If I drew you a map of where we let him out of the car and where the Cinnabon was, you would be as angry as I am right now, Dustin. And this happened years ago.
This is what.
And I have Erin Shea to back me up on this. She was in the car too.
Cinnabon is pissed that Toucan Sam stole "Follow Your Nose" because that is the slogan.
That's right.
Cinnabon.
This is what happened. I
didn't use my eyes. I was yelling spin move.
What happened was I was
dummy,
trying to use a map of the mall, and it wasn't where I thought it was on the map. It was around the corner. I didn't go around.
Have you guys used your phone for directions in a map before? That's how you know you're over-reliant. Like malls have become so big and so foreign.
Yeah.
If you've never been to one, like trying to follow the sort of plan because they're shaped like anything they wanted to be.
That's exactly right. Just whatever rhombus they threw up there is what they're going with.
I never get more lost easier than when I'm in a mall. Like somehow the JCPenney
man.
is somehow there and here. Yeah. And I felt like I was already there. It's very
You
confusing.
know how Bugs Bunny used to say, like, I took a left at
Albuquerque. That's right.
Like, I always took a left at Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
That's right.
Down the escalator.
We've
All
all
right,
been there.
we're getting into rarefied air here, Dustin. These are your top 3 master punchlines coming up.
Before number 4.
No, this is your top 4 master punchlines.
We're getting to number 3, but first we're going to do 4.
Three's big,
You're not
but
wrong.
let's
We
not
are
skip
getting
4.
number-
We are getting to number 3, and we will.
Number 4 though is you. Go ahead, take it.
Dustin, it's so great to see you. Brittany's told me so much about you.
You can't prove it. But you can't
Yeah.
prove it.
Yeah.
Another one that applies if you're feeling more risque is, and it's all true.
Yeah. Lean in, eye contact. It's all true.
It's all true.
Yeah.
But you can't prove it. But you can't prove it. It works. Everyone's been introduced to somebody in their life when the person has said, I've heard so much about you, or it's such a pleasure to meet you. And that it's an impossible line to follow up, because all you say, if you're not trying to be funny and say, but you can't prove it, or it's all true, or and you haven't even heard the worst of it.
Yeah, I think there's a version of this that's just much more congenial and less quippy in the South, which is just like all good things, I hope, or don't believe a word of it, or like something like there's always that interaction, but it doesn't have the joke tag, which you can't prove it has a joke tag, which is fantastic. Like big fan of this.
You absolutely touched one of my buttons. All good things, I hope, is one of the master punchlines that needs to die.
Yeah.
It's not funny. It doesn't say anything. People are expecting you to say it. It's like this song and dance that's been around, for time infinitum. That one, along with
I saw Time Infinitum live, and they
Really
were
good band.
phenomenal.
Really good
I mean,
band.
at a house
I used
show,
to play bass in time.
you
Infinitum.
played bass in Time Infinitum.
What?
Oh my god!
Yeah. That's
Oh,
right.
were you the original, or were you the one they brought in?
When the thing happened with the
When the
poison
thing happened.
ivy.
They brought in the body double. I'm sure you noticed.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Yeah,
we noticed.
yeah, for sure.
It's hard not to.
Absolutely.
But you can't prove it. This one's near and dear to me because it always happens in the beginning of an interaction, usually anyway, in all the instances I can think of.
Yeah.
And it sets the stage, I think. It tells people where you're going with this. You're not taking this too seriously. I don't care what you think of me, but you can't prove it.
yeah,
I like that.
I like
That's really
it.
good. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Dan, number 3. Now we're at number 3.
Now we're number 3. This is rare air. Now, remember, forget what I said earlier. This is rare air. Top 3. Are you ready? Here we go, Dustin. All right, sounds good. What? Oh, nope, my bad. Sorry. Is that? Am I?
No, I've screwed you up here. I apologize.
Okay.
We're saying goodbye to each other.
Okay. Okay,
We've
we're
had
saying goodbye to each
a
other.
lot
All
of
right,
time.
all right, and then I'll say goodbye. Then you just say the punchline, because I think you gave me the punchline here.
I think I sent you the punchline. and
It's
for that, I
funny. I'll
apologize.
give you that. It's funny. All right, Dustin. We'll catch you later, man.
Okay, sounds good. Call me if you need any problems.
Nice.
Call me if you need any
If you
problems.
need any problem.
I know that I've shouted out one Jay Thompson a lot on this program. That's my father, James Walker Thompson, the third, who's affectionately known as Jay Thompson. He routinely would be like, "Hey, if you need me, I'll call you." He would say that not blink. Like, he doesn't give it away like it's a joke. He would just, my dad has a doctorate. And he's got glasses. He would wear seersucker and bow tie, very kind, soft-spoken, not really like me in that regard, very not boisterous. And he would be like, "Great, awesome. All right, if you need me, I'll call you." And just walk off. And it's perfect.
It's a great bit.
The perfect person to use this is if you're big and loud and you've used a lot of these other master punchlines or idioms. This one is going to be like, "Oh, there goes another one."
Yeah.
But you can just slip this in at the end and all seriousness with, a real casual demeanor. This will kill everyone.
Yeah, it's a good one, man.
This is bordering on what I think are called malaphorisms, which is when you combine 2 idioms. And one that I love is, "We'll burn that bridge when we get there."
We'll burn that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
We'll
good.
burn that bridge when we get there. And call me if you need any problems.
Yeah. My dad's version was, "We'll cross that bridge when our chickens hatch," which is fantastic. Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Or it's not rocket surgery.
Yeah,
those are all-
rocket surgery is fantastic.
We
Big
know
fan.
where you're going with that. We know you heard that one before. Call me if you need any problems. One of the reasons why I love this one so much is because you're saying goodbye. It's done. The conversation's gone.
It's over.
You're walking
Yeah.
away from each other. It's kind of why it's like, call me if you need any problems. That person has to ruminate on that. as they walk. Like you can't like call me if you need. I don't need any problems. You're not gonna say that. You just walk away. You hang up the phone. Call me if you need any problems, Pete.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I love it.
It's really good.
I love
like
this
that a
so
lot.
much. I do think this is very much context and personality dependent, but I love it.
100%.
I think it's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Top 2. It's getting real.
Oh,
Bran?
How much rice do you want?
I don't know. At least 3. At least 3, or
This is a
at
dad joke. This is a dad joke, Dustin. I love it. It's a dad joke. I love it.
It is. I don't disagree with you. I got to be honest. I
I
think
love it.
in the Venn diagram of master punchline and dad jokes, this lives in the middle. It knows kind of no limit. You don't have to say at least 3. You just need to say something. So it's not dissimilar to Zoolander saying that the school needs to be
3 times this big. Yeah,
big,
I love
right?
it. Yeah.
It needs to be way bigger than at least 3 times as big. It needs to be 300 times as big. And not dissimilar to you got your hair cut. No, I got them all cut.
Yeah. Yeah. These are all classics.
At least 3 has a time and a place.
Yeah, it does. You could bring, this is an absolute all play, absolute all play situation. I think even in a parent teacher conference, you get away with this.
This is parent teacher approved. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
It has to be.
You could do fine with this no matter what.
Yeah.
You like this one, Brandon?
No, I think this one is really nice. I think my gut's telling me it maybe is a skosh too high on this list, but I do like this one. Maybe not as much as some of the other ones, but I do like this one.
My son came up with one that I love that he did by accident. He still doesn't know he did it, but they're into making movies right now. And we were making Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the movie. No, the Chamber of Secrets. We're making the movie. And there's a scene where he's Ron Weasley and his brother's Harry Potter, and they have to come into our house, which is a 1,400 square foot house. Like it is. And this is the first time Harry has seen the Weasley's house. And it's a dump, but to Harry, it's magical. And my kid, we don't have any scripts, is just remembering what I told him. And he came in and he goes, "It's a lot, but we call it home." Which is so perfect. It's such a perfect, like, damn, man, what a great house. I mean, it's a lot, but we call it home.
Yeah, please hold on to that. Not only the film, but I'm gonna hold on to that.
Dude, yeah, you get a really nice new car, and somebody's like, it's a lot, but we call it home. That's fantastic. It's a great singer.
That is so good.
Yeah.
And forgive me for just using all of these examples as subsidy for the master punchline, but that's another, like when you stumble upon a master punchline for the first time, there's no feeling like it.
Yeah.
There's
Just finding gold, man. Yeah.
There's just no replacement for that displacement.
Yeah. That is gonna get us to number 1.
That's
a quick reminder of what we have so far. Number 10, it's an honor just to be nominated. Number 9, sure, but just as friends. Number 8, it gets in my mouth. Number 7, you sure about that? Given your history? Number 6, yeah, but I couldn't eat a whole one. Number 5, no thanks, I'm vegan. Number 4, but you can't prove it. Number 3, call me if you need any problems. Number 2, at least 3, which gets us to the number 1 master punchline, according to Dustin. What do you got?
The number 1, I've got the setup right here. Yes, sir. Thanks for your order. It'll be out in a bit. After you pay, just wait right over there. Somebody's going to bring it out to you.
You're not my real dad.
My gosh.
You're not my real dad. Yeah, sure, but you're not my real dad. You can't tell me what to do. And it's even better. I mean, as a man, if you say it to a woman, like they're not a dad at all in this case,
Yeah.
or it's, like a cop, like a position of authority, knowing when is the right time to use a master punchline against a cop, of course. But you're not my real dad. I think it's daily play for me.
It's all day for you. Yeah. This is so funny. It is maybe the funniest of them. As a parent that's not a biological parent, my kid says this if he wants to hurt my feelings real bad. So it's not one that I'm going to be using and not an all play, but I can't deny it's funny. It's real funny.
It is one that could really put a damper on someone's day, though. Like if they don't know you and you say that, that could really whoa, like that guy's got some trauma that he's got to figure out. If he doesn't quite pick up on the fact that this is a joke, they could really be in it for a while.
Yeah. I think that's why it's number one for me. It's definitely the riskiest, and therefore the reward is the biggest. When someone gets, "You're not my real dad."
I love that as a risk reward. The risk is high there, but I love it. I do love that aspect of it for sure. Absolutely.
And like as an addendum, if you want to soften a little bit, you can say like, "Yeah, okay, I'm going to do it, but you're not my real dad."
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I love it.
That's
man.
good. That's really good. Dan, we got our work cut out for us. We get to make some changes and try to make the list even better. This is tough. This is going to be hard work. I think we're going to need a break to figure it out.
For sure.
And when we come back, we'll try to perfect the list here on the Diss List. Wow, okay. With Brandon. Yeah. Hi, Casey.
Oh,
how you doing, buddy?
Now it's getting weird.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I didn't mean it. We are talking master punchlines today. Little zingers. Brought to you by Dustin. Dustin, really quick, if you don't mind, give us that rundown one more time, 10 through 1, of what we have to work with here.
Okay, you got it. Coming at you. It's an honor just to be nominated. Big one for me. Very topical to my life. Use it as you please. I messed up my numbers. Number 9, sure, but just as friends. 7, it gets in my mouth. I think we're a little iffy on that one, but that's okay.
I think that's the only one that I would say didn't at all translate from Canada to the South. That's the only one that I had no recollection of at all hearing. The other 9 of these definitely play down here.
I want to exonerate Canada in this case too, because I don't think Canada would be fine with me putting that. I don't even know if this is Canadian. This might just be me, and it might not even be funny. Are you sure about that? Given your history?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't eat a whole one. Number 5.
Fantastic.
No, thanks. I'm trying to quit. Number 4. But you can't prove it. Number 3. Number 2. No, sorry. I'm screwing up here, aren't I? What's
number 3 is call me if you need any problems.
Call me if you need any problems. Number 2 is at least 3. Number 1 is you're not my real dad.
You're not my real dad. I love it. Brand, sure. How you feeling?
This is a hard one. This is hard. I like all of these. A reminder to everybody listening at home and to Dustin as well. Dan, both you and I get to make some changes here. The changes are this. We can replace 2 of these with 2 of our own.
That's right.
And we can also flip 2 of them.
2 switches.
If we think that one should be lower and another should be higher, that you can swap those to make it the order that you think that it should be. Dan, do you feel like you're in a spot?
I can go
to share.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
You go ahead.
Yeah, I 100% can do that. So the 2 that I'm at, this was tough because I heard the topic and like a lot like the nap topic, I didn't know exactly what you were going for, and that made it tough. So I just went with 2 things that I say regularly to people like Bran or people that I know that are probably would be mean if you said them otherwise. One of the ones that I've brought in is that sounds like a you problem. So anytime somebody's like reminds us we all have to do something together, it's like, just so you know, like we gotta leave here by 6 a.m. Our flight's at 8, and we gotta valet the car. And then I just say, it sounds like a you problem. When I am 100% need to be involved in that situation, and I act like I don't need to be involved in it. I say that regularly. So I'm throwing that in there. And the other one I throw in, which I've heard numerous places, is, but what if it was, or be better if you didn't, be better if you wouldn't. So like, like just something that's like, hey man, like when I was supposed to golf today, but I can't, whatever the case may be, like I've got to go, my kid's sick. I got to stay home. Be better if he wasn't, it'd be better for us if he wasn't sick, or like, but what if it wasn't? Like, hey, our taxes are due April 15th. What if they weren't? What could we live in a world where they weren't? Could we figure out a way that they weren't due then and act like they're not? Those are the 2 I'm putting in there. The 2 I'm taking out are number 10. It's an honor to be nominated, not because I don't love it, but because it doesn't really apply to me. I don't really have that happen where I get to use that. And then it gets in my mouth for all of the aforementioned reasons, least of which is I'm not using it in a parent-teacher conference. I switched. I moved up Sure But Just as Friends all the way to number 3. I think that's really funny. I think it plays. I think it's a really great line. And then I moved 3, Call Me If You Need Any Problems, a good line, but only works in certain scenarios, down to 9. So I switched 3 and 9. And then I moved I Couldn't Eat a Whole One, or Jay Thompson's version. Yeah, that's good eating. I moved that to 1. That's my favorite one. When that lands, it hits better than any of the other ones. That's just my sense of humor. And I think it's hilarious. And you move, that means You're Not My Real Dad moves down to 6. So my order, number 10, What If It Was? Be Better If You Didn't. Number 9, Call Me If You Need Any Problems. Number 8, Sounds Like a You Problem. Number 7, You Sure About That Given Your History? Number 6, You're Not My Real Dad. Number 5, No Thanks, I'm Trying to Quit, I'm vegan, sober, whatever. Number 4, You Can't Prove It. Number 3, Sure But Just as Friends. Number 2, At Least 3. And number 1, where was it? Yeah, But I Couldn't Eat a Whole One. That's number 1. That's my list.
I think it's great. Which was so number 10 was Cooler If You Did?
It'd be cooler if you didn't. Or what if it was though? What if it was? What if we didn't?
This, I mean, just goes to show the utility of these and how non-specific they can be. I know that as Cooler If You Did.
Be cooler if you did. That's from a movie, right? Is that the Matthew McConaughey movie, right?
Yeah, a lot cooler if you did.
Be a lot cooler if you did. Yeah. What if it was like is something we say in the South, but also there was a show on Fox called The Grinder with Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
Where he just questions everything. And he doesn't say what if it was, but he'll be like, is it though? Is it though? And there's this thing about it that is like fake annoying. That's just like you're trying to be a pain. You know, it's like a way of processing things you don't want to do that you have to do. I guess.
It's not dissimilar to another master punchline, which is Not With That Attitude.
Not With That Attitude. That's a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
Especially in the face of something that is clearly impossible.
Yeah.
I can't jump across the Grand Canyon.
Well, not with that attitude, you can't. Yeah. That's dad joke for sure. Yeah. Dad joke territory. Yeah. All right. Bran?
All right. I have 2 that I would like to add. One is one that I feel like I say both of these on a regular basis, Dan. So you might be able to add a little little context for it. But one that I want to add is something along the lines of just another Tuesday. Like when something happens and someone says something and you're like, well, just another Tuesday. Like it's like you take something that is a big deal and you're like, well, that's just how it goes around here, basically. I feel like I say that all the time.
Yeah.
And then another, and maybe this is specific to me because it makes me laugh every time. But any sort of my ex-wife.
He's a big my ex-wife.
I'm a big my ex-wife guy.
Just like my ex-wife.
Yeah.
He says it all the time.
You do just like my ex-wife. You can tell that to my ex-wife. If somebody like tells you that you did a great job, you should be like, tell my ex-wife. It has a lot of different variants that you could do, all of which make me laugh. Especially if you're like me and you don't have an ex-wife.
That's right.
It really makes
I was just about to say, I use this with Brittany and I say tell that to my first ex-wife.
It's exactly right.
Yeah,
it works.
I
It
like
works
that.
when you're talking.
I like that.
It's great. I love that a lot. So, like Dan, I did get rid of It Gets in My Mouth. I'm sorry. And I replaced.
We have standards, Dustin.
And I replaced it with Just Another Tuesday, or however you want to word that. And then I got rid of But You Can't Prove It. And I put my ex-wife there. And then my ex-wife. And then my little flip'ems that I did is I really like the No Thanks, I'm Vegan, or the different variations of that. So I moved that up to number 2, and I brought At Least 3 down to number 5. Because I just feel like No Thanks, I'm Vegan, or however you want to say it, can get a lot of play, a lot more play than At Least 3 personally. And then the other switch them up that I did is I bumped up, are you sure about that, given your history, to number 3, and I put Call Me If You Need Any Problems down to 7, because while I think it's funny and it works and you can do it, I think that the confusion that Are You Sure About That, given your history, can like really mess with people, and I think it's really great. So it's an honor just to be nominated at 10. Sure, Just as Friends at number 9. It's Just Another Tuesday at number 8. Call me if you need any problems at 7. Yes, but I couldn't eat a whole one at 6. At least 3 at 5. My ex-wife at number 4. Are you sure about that given your history at 3? No thanks, I'm vegan at 2. You're not my real dad at number 1. That's my list.
Wow. Strong.
This is tough. Do I choose now?
Now you have to choose.
This is when you choose. Yeah.
I'm going to go with my gut. I think it's Bran.
Yeah.
I
Congratulations,
Oh!
man.
For me, I agree with the removal of it gets in my mouth. As we were doing this, I was like, this is not going to so therefore, you guys are both equanimous in that one. And my ex-wife it's just so good for me. And cooler if you didn't is my cooler if you did. So
yeah, fair.
We're antithetical.
I love it. I can't believe I did it.
Bran, congratulations.
I'm at a little bit of a loss for words because of how I just
so
don't do this.
very rarely win.
This is
you need more lists like this where it's just like very like nap scenarios. Didn't you win that one
I
too?
maybe did win nap scenarios. Yeah.
The ones that don't have any like objective rankings, like you can't go on IMDb and see the user rating for but I couldn't eat a whole one. You know? Like it's just how you personally feel.
I love
Here's
this.
another one for you. Remember your training.
Ooh, that's a good
Remember
one.
your training.
That's a good one. Do you want to close out by giving some of the ones? If it was up to you, we would retire these.
Oh, that is a great idea. Because if anything, I might feel more passionate about this.
Yeah,
I think in a lot of ways, the way you define what you like is by what you don't like.
It's
And
good.
master punchlines that need to stop. Anything that ends with and then someone says, "I hardly know her."
Yeah.
No, we would never around here.
No, we don't do that.
We'd never say that around
Personally, we wouldn't do
here. We'd
that.
never use that one. I know that much.
I think I'm on the outside of an inside joke that
we maybe do. We maybe
use that
maybe
all the
use
time.
it. We maybe
it's
do
fine.
It.
The rest,
But you know what? You've requested that we stop, and so we will.
I don't. This is not
stop.
Like,
hardly know. Sorry.
That's what she said. That's done.
Oh yeah, I hate that. Yeah.
That's what she said. Only if it is truly the best time anyone said that's what she said. Like, not just in a go faster kind of way.
Yeah.
This is maybe regional and too infantile, but not whenever someone would be like I want that'd be pretty cool if I did that. Like not.
Oh yeah, no, we don't know. Come on.
Say not into anything.
Not.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. No, don't not. This one's really specific. I'm not even certain you can classify it as a master punchline, but at the end of a dinner, when the server comes around and says like, "Hey, how'd you guys like everything?" and your plate is totally empty, and they say, "We hated it."
Oh, that's the worst. I hate when the server does it to me. Oh, you must have really hated that.
Yeah.
Come on, guy. Like, just act like you've been here.
Stop it. That's got to go. It's done. We've all heard it 1,000 times. Very similar to this one is when you're at a meal and nobody's talking. There's just a natural break in conversation. There's a bit of silence, and someone says, it's good when everyone stops talking.
Well, it was good until you started talking.
God,
we're all having a great time.
We're having a great time.
Jeez, that's bad.
You're in the wrong room if somebody uses that.
Yeah.
New friends. Just wholesale start over. Similarly, Dan, you'll get this one. You're golfing.
Yeah.
You're on the tee.
Oh, yep.
The ball's on the tee.
Yeah.
You address it. You knock it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you not say?
That's one.
One. Don't say one. Don't say one. It happens to everybody. It's not funny. We've all heard it 1,000 times. That's not one.
The only exception I'll give to that is if you're playing with a great golfer who takes it too seriously. Because
just to piss them off.
If we're all out there having fun, that's the dumbest joke ever. If you play with like a guy who's trying to break 70 or break par and they accidentally do it, which never happens. But if it does, you go, that's one. And then I will say that's one. And then when they put it back on the tee, I go, that's 3. Because he's got to drop 2 and he's hitting 3. And I've done it. And you know the guy I'm talking about. There's one guy where I'll be like, that's 1. All right, it's for 3. Here we go. Like I'm like knocking in for bird. Here we go. Let's do it. Here we go.
I don't know the rules, but I don't think it's 1.
It's 1, and then you have to put it back on the tee 2. Then you're hitting 3.
But is it actually 1? Like I think the rules of golf have the stipulation.
Well, I know that they don't on tour. I think the actual rules for tournament golf is if your club hits that ball, it's won. And then you either have to play it as it lies, or you have to put it back on the tee 2 and take 3, which is crazy.
We gotta look this one up.
But I do like it.
And those are the big ones for
Yeah.
me. I mean, I know everyone's got their like oldie but a goodie, and that's fine. You can keep using that, but I really do think we should be refreshing these. You know, that's what she said. It's done. Moratorium. That's
Bag it. Absolutely.
It was fun while it lasted. That's what she said.
Hilarious.
I had another idea for this list as well too, which I'm really glad I went with this. It means a lot to me. The other was names you call people whose name you don't know.
That's a good one. Save that for next time.
Hey,
bud.
buddy. Hey, Buckaroo.
Hey,
Sport.
bud.
Tiger.
Hey,
Chief.
Hey, bro. Hey, pal.
So
How do they rank for you? Pal, for some reason.
Pal. Yeah, that's
Pal's
tough.
up there for me right now, but I admit Pal is risky.
Can I tell you the least risky that is the one I lean on is no name. I literally go, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
And there's no name there. And and you usually can get it. I'll usually hopefully remember it in that time that we're talking, or I'll figure it out through context clues. But I hate not knowing someone's name. And so like before I'll go to Bucko or Buckaroo or Pal or Sport or Friend, I will typically go, oh my goodness, it's you, like I'll do that bit.
I also love that it feigns a familiarity that you don't necessarily have.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, of course. I like that.
This was a lot of fun. This was fantastic. I can't wait to have you back on for another list that I think means a lot to a lot of people. This is one of those top 10 lists for sure. A couple of honorable mentions really quick from people in the Double Decker chat. I like how about we don't but say that we did?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
What if we didn't is the Southern colloquialism of that is, what if we don't and said we did? I would say growing up, we said that all the time.
That's a great one. I totally agree. And it seems to have found a lull. Bring it back.
Yeah. And I like this one. Laura's grandpa, when someone would ask him to do something, he would say, but I have a sore finger, even if it didn't apply, which I think is pretty fun. I think
good.
That's a good one.
My grandfather would do that. My pinky's hurting. And he would say that all the time.
It's a good bit.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, we're going to be back next time, Dano, and we're going to do this again with another person, another list. Until then, keep dissing them
it all day long.
It's a diss list with Brandon. It's a diss list.